Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. In today's video, we will cover how the narcissist employs their flying monkeys, or accomplices, to inflict harm on a target. These flying monkeys are manipulated or coerced into doing the narcissist's bidding, acting as proxies to carry out their abuse. The use of flying monkeys can greatly exacerbate the emotional and psychological damage inflicted on the target. Consequently, if you are in a toxic relationship with a narcissist, you may begin to feel that your other relationships are also being affected. For instance, you might observe that individuals you are acquainted with are talking behind your back, or that your friends are distancing themselves from you. Essentially, you may sense being dismissed and excluded, struggling to comprehend why individuals you considered your companions are no longer supporting you. If you have undergone this, it is highly probable that you are being targeted by a narcissist's flying monkeys. And bear in mind that narcissists can be male or female. I generally use the pronouns he or him when referring to narcissists, but females are just as likely to be narcissists or exhibit narcissistic traits. So please do not think that just because my videos use the word him or he more often that it could not be a woman in that same role. Now, let us proceed to understand the definition of the term flying monkeys. The term flying monkeys refers to abuse by proxy, or having someone else perform the bidding of another person, in this case a narcissist. Flying monkey alludes to a situation where a person acts as a messenger, intermediary, or enabler between a narcissistic abuser and their victim. When a person acts as a flying monkey for a narcissistic abuser, they are often trying to manipulate or control the victim. They may spread rumors, make false accusations, or try to coerce the victim into doing something they do not want to do. This can lead to feelings of fear, stress, confusion, anxiety, and isolation for the victim. Anyone who grew up watching the classic movie, The Wizard of Oz, will recall how frightening the Wicked Witch of the West's flying monkeys were. The phrase flying monkey was coined in reference to the flying monkeys in this movie, who were sworn to serve the Wicked Witch of the West against Dorothy and her comrades. The witch dispatched these monkeys to perform her dirty jobs, and the phrase has since been associated with those who wind up doing a narcissist's dirty work. Flying monkeys frequently become entangled in a narcissist scheme to do harm to another person. The narcissist may employ flying monkeys as a piggy in the middle, transporting information between parties. Flying monkeys or carrier pigeons are remote-controlled narcissistic enablers, nothing but a pawn in the narcissist's game, who often get caught up in a web of drama and deceit, which is a part of the narcissist's cunning plan. Often, the narc plans to destroy the life of their target by spreading lies, using gaslighting techniques, guilt-tripping, and playing the victim. During the flying monkey stage, both the narcissist and the narcissist's flying monkeys continue to spread lies, use open aggression tactics, and lots of guilt-tripping to make the victim feel weak and exposed. To a narcissist, flying monkeys are their unwavering support system who believe the narcissist's words to be the gospel truth and treat the narcissist's affairs with utmost importance. These minions do not raise any doubts or questions about the narcissist's actions, and consider them infallible and are always ready to cater to the narcissist's needs. The narcissist's commands will be unquestionably obeyed, and he will be idolized by them. Unless, of course, someone learns who the narcissist truly is, the flying monkeys will keep working for His Majesty every time he needs them. And, of course, they feel very sorry for his horrible plight, which is because of all the lies he has told them about you. Flying monkeys are die-hard narc loyalists. The flying monkeys are the narcissist's henchmen, conforming to the narcissist, getting involved in triangulation, gaslighting, and other narcissists' manipulation strategies aimed at smearing the victim. A narcissist will use flying monkeys at every stage of their abuse in a relationship. For example, during the love bombing phase, they may use your family and friends, telling them how much you mean to them, just to see if they will come to you with this information. They do this to choose the most easily controllable members of your family and friends. You see, narcissists start grooming your loved ones right after meeting them. Initially, they try to assess your bond with your loved ones to gauge its intensity. The narcissist deliberately chooses the weakest links in your friend and family network, those who are gullible and easiest to control and manipulate, to spy on you and spread gossip, all the while portraying himself as the victim and their target as the culprit. Over time, the narcissist will feed messages to your family and friends that contain lies about you so that when you start telling them about the narcissist's abuse, your family and friends will not believe you. As a result, once the narcissist decides it's time to discard you, you'll feel isolated from your social circles, unable to get the much-needed support because your friends and family will not believe you, accusing you of the wrongdoing which the narcissist is actually responsible for. Furthermore, the narcissist will most likely spread lies about you, while playing the victim and further discrediting and besmirching you. You may feel disoriented and perplexed, wondering why people close to you have suddenly become so toxic and hostile. It is simply because the love bombing methods that the narcissist had used to attract you initially are usually the same methods they have used to recruit your friends and family as flying monkeys against you. Narcissists are often obsessed with controlling the narrative around them, and they will go to great lengths to maintain their image and power. They rely on their flying monkeys to help them achieve this, and they will therefore invest significant amount of time and energy into manipulating and brainwashing their flying monkeys. The narcissist carefully strategizes and prepares in advance, enlisting supporters to assist him in annihilating their intended victim in due course. They are very convincing to most people as they have mastered deceptive appearances. They carefully choose individuals as flying monkeys who will follow them like sheep and collude in their sick and twisted plans of sabotage, probably because these individuals may also have some issues of their own that propels their own vindictive actions against others. Therefore, when the love bombing stage is over and the real dynamic sets in, the flying monkeys will be ready and sitting in the wings, and as soon as the victim shows any signs of protest or resistance, intro the flying monkeys. This leads us to the question: who is most likely to be a flying monkey? Flying monkeys can be your family, friends, acquaintances, and coworkers, as well as the narcissist's family, friends, acquaintances, and coworkers. However, they can also be total strangers. Basically, anyone could fall victim to becoming a narcissist's flying monkey. No one is exempt from the clutches of a narcissist on a mission. Since narcissists use flying monkeys as scapegoats to do their bidding, you may not even realize that there is a puppet master who is controlling them. On the flip side, you may not realize that your loved ones are actually acting as flying monkeys against you. Narcissists typically target insecure people who lack self-confidence or those with hurtful past experiences. In short, they will pick people from your or their own social circles who are most vulnerable. However, flying monkeys can be prone to narcissistic tendencies as well, such as lacking empathy, having a strong need for attention and admiration, and wanting to manipulate others. Many of them are also drawn to the drama and chaos. Now, there are several reasons why narcissists may use flying monkeys. One is that the narcissist may be trying to maintain a sense of control over their environment. By enlisting others to do their bidding, narcissists can avoid direct confrontation or criticism, and manipulate situations to their advantage. Flying monkeys carry out much of the narcissist's dirty work, allowing the narc to keep their hands clean. It also offers the narc room for plausible deniability, if caught. Narcissists often crave attention and validation from others. By having a group of people who are loyal to them and willing to do their bidding, they feel a sense of power and importance. Flying monkeys are also engaged by the narc when the victim tries to break up, disconnect, or attempts to expose the narcissist. Or when a narcissist is abandoned by a close relation and cannot contact them directly, they use their flying monkeys to do their bidding. Narcissists also use flying monkeys to isolate and control their victims. By turning others against them, they create a situation where their victim has no support or allies, making it easier for the narcissist to maintain control over them. Narcissists may feel the need to employ flying monkeys to help them reassert their dominance when their sense of power or control is threatened. When they feel criticized or rejected, narcissists may use flying monkeys to punish or undermine those who have challenged them. Narcissists use flying monkeys to deflect blame or responsibility for their own actions onto others. By convincing others to support them, they may be able to avoid facing the consequences of their bad behavior and avoid accountability. Narcissists also use flying monkeys to manipulate or exploit others for their own gain, whether it be financial, emotional, or social. It is important to remember that narcissists may use flying monkeys in a variety of ways, and sometimes their motivations may be complex and difficult to understand. Now this brings us to the question, why do the flying monkeys believe and help the narcissist? Flying monkeys are not always inherently bad people who wish to cause harm. In fact, many are usually the victims of abuse and manipulation themselves. Now, there are two types of flying monkeys, the benevolent and the malevolent flying monkeys. The benevolent flying monkeys inflict harm unintentionally, whereas malevolent ones take pleasure in hurting others. The flying monkeys may do the narcissist's bidding for a variety of reasons, such as loyalty. Flying monkeys may feel a strong sense of loyalty towards the narcissist, either because of a personal relationship or because they are part of the same social circle. They may feel obligated to support the narcissist, even if they do not agree with their behavior. Another possibility could be that the flying monkeys may be afraid of the narcissist and the consequences that follow by not complying with the narcissist's demands, since narcissists can be very skilled at using emotional manipulation and gaslighting to make others feel fearful or unsure of themselves. The flying monkeys may also support the narcissist as they feel that by supporting the narcissist, they are validating their own sense of self-worth. They may feel important or special for being part of the narcissist's inner circle, or they may also believe that the narcissist's behavior is justified. Another possibility could be that the narcissist may have manipulated the flying monkeys into doing their bidding by using tactics like flattery, charm, or emotional blackmail. The narcissist may have convinced the flying monkeys that their behavior is necessary or justified, or that the victim deserves to be treated badly. Flying monkeys may also help the narcissist out of total ignorance. They may be unaware of the harm they are causing the victim by supporting the narcissist. They may not understand the full extent of the narcissist's behavior, and they may not realize the impact it is having on the victim. Narcissists can be very skilled at manipulating and controlling others. Some flying monkeys who participate in the abuse will be completely unaware the narcissist has been lying, playing the victim, and projecting their own worst traits onto the victim. They will believe the victim to be the culprit, and in the name of justice, they will willingly help the narcissist in taking the victim down. But there are also those flying monkeys who are fully aware that the narcissist is lying, or at least suspect it. However, they will not care because an alliance with the narcissist offers them some financial or social gain. Some flying monkeys may have an agenda of their own, and may collaborate with the narcissist to take revenge on the victim for some past perceived slight. Some will gladly collaborate with the narcissist because they enjoy the drama in other people's lives. In many situations, the flying monkeys of a narcissist work under the handed-down belief that the narcissist desperately needs his or her relationship to be saved. They believe that the narcissist is deeply suffering without the person they love. These people also fear that the narcissist might harm himself or herself if the person does not return to them. Many a times, flying monkeys operate under the illusion that they serve both parties' best interests, and believe that the narcissist's toxic relationships are worth saving. So, they coerce the victim to go back to the narcissist. In their bid to be helpful, flying monkeys put a little extra effort into advocating the narcissist's solid points and trying to remain objective even when the victims are either defending themselves or becoming unresponsive. Some flying monkeys are gentle and benevolent and will reiterate the positive aspects of your relationship with the narcissist. They will try to make you understand that you are meant to be together, and that you go back to the narcissist. They may tell you, "He's not a bad guy as you have perceived him to be. He has been very good with me." These narcissist enablers are often victims of a covert narcissist. On the other hand, the flying monkeys of grandiose narcissists may shout at you in public or when you are amongst your friends or coworkers. These ones try to blame and label you as a selfish person who has deserted the narcissist, because you have nothing more to gain from him or her. These enablers are often a prey to the grandiose type of narcissist and have been conditioned by them to intimidate, guilt trip, and coerce the victim to go back to the toxic relationship. The other type of flying monkeys are the vicious types who will abuse you on behalf of the narcissist. Narcissistic flying monkeys will portray you as the perpetrator and discredit you in your social circles, while presenting the narcissist as the victim. The false narrative spread by flying monkeys can be incredibly powerful for the simple reason that when multiple people are saying the same thing, it can create a sense of consensus and make it seem like the information being spread is true. This is known as the bandwagon effect and can be a powerful tool for convincing people to believe something. The flying monkeys, trained by the narcissist, may employ gaslighting techniques, outright violence, and guilt-tripping in order to make the victim feel awful and helpless, while simultaneously bolstering the narcissist by supporting the narcissist's point of view. The narcissist manipulates the flying monkeys by portraying himself or herself as vulnerable and in need of protection. They offer the flying monkeys money or any other tangible gain in order to continue the cycle of abuse. The flying monkeys convince themselves that their role in protecting the narcissist gives them a sense of purpose and a diluted sense of friendship. The narcissist derives pleasure from knowing that, despite the narcissist's immoral behavior and causing pain to others, they will always have supporters who will defend them and deny any accusations against them. The flying monkeys or narc loyalists help or assist the narcissist in his abuse against the victim by professing to validate whatever story the narcissist tells others, by claiming to have witnessed it or having knowledge of the events, thus providing a sense of validation for the narcissist. Furthermore, these individuals shield the narcissist by refusing to acknowledge any information that may go against the narcissist, even though they may have personally witnessed it. The flying monkeys circulate rumors or gossip on behalf of the narcissist to tarnish the victim's reputation, without arousing suspicion that the narcissist was the one who initiated the rumor or gossip. They can be the eyes and ears for the narcissist, act as informants for the narcissist, monitoring the activities of the narcissist's target and spreading rumors. This allows the narcissist to distance himself or herself from any direct involvement and avoid suspicion, as they can claim that they were not present when the rumors were being spread. The narc may also assign one or two flying monkeys to monitor the victim's social media profiles and report back on their activities. The flying monkeys assist by making phone calls for the narcissist, without the narcissist being held accountable, as they have witnesses who can vouch for the fact that the narcissist was with them at that time. They assist the narcissist in orchestrating scenarios where the narcissist could be secretly trailing someone, yet negating that story by asserting that the narcissist was just hanging out with his own group of friends. The flying monkeys make the victim of the narcissist feel like that their activities are being closely monitored by the narcissist, thus creating fear in the victim. The flying monkeys also provide the narcissist with precise details about who was present, the time of arrival, conversations that occurred, the time of departure, who left together, and where they parked their vehicles. The flying monkeys assist the narcissist in isolating victims from their friends, as the rumors and gossip spread by the narcissist, with the information provided by the flying monkeys, often damages the victim's relationships. The flying monkeys act as a buffer for the narcissist by taking the blame for starting a rumor if ever the narcissist is confronted. Moreover, one flying monkey can be used to keep tabs on another flying monkey so that the narcissist can be sure of the flying monkey's honesty and loyalty towards them. The flying monkeys also perform the necessary groundwork for the narcissist while the narcissist is busy recruiting other flying monkeys. They make the narcissist appear to be an innocent victim of the accusations when confronted. The impact of abuse inflicted by the flying monkeys on the victim can be significant and damaging. Victims of flying monkey abuse can feel a range of emotions, such as confusion, fear, betrayal, hurt, anger, and isolation. They may feel like they are being stalked, harassed, and attacked on multiple fronts, with the narcissist and their flying monkeys all working against them. It can create a sense of pressure and stress that can be difficult to manage. One common feeling among victims of flying monkey abuse is a sense of being gaslit. Gaslighting is a tactic where the abuser manipulates the victim into doubting their own perceptions, memories, and reality. Flying monkeys can contribute to this by supporting the narcissist's version of events and denying the victim's experiences. Victims of flying monkey abuse may also feel like they have lost their support network. When the narcissist enlists others to do their bidding, it can create a situation where the victim feels isolated and alone. They may feel like they cannot trust anyone, and they may withdraw from social situations as a result. The narcissist and their flying monkeys try to create extreme fear in the victim by gang stalking and mobbing the victim. The victim may also experience feelings of guilt, shame, and worthlessness, and their self-esteem may be severely impacted. They may also develop symptoms of anxiety, depression, and post-traumatic stress disorder. It is important for victims of flying monkey abuse to seek help and support from trusted individuals, such as friends, family members, or mental health professionals. And it is important for the victim to recognize and address the abuse in order to heal and move forward. Learning and staying informed about narcissists' flying monkeys and knowing how to spot one is the first step in defending yourself against abuse by proxy. Here are a few more suggestions for protecting yourself against the narcissist's minions. Number 1. Do not let them distort your reality. The narcissist's henchmen will use gaslighting to make you question your reality, experiences, self-worth, and identity. So, make sure that you stick to reality and facts. For example, document any communication with the flying monkeys that involves them attacking you. Number 2. Use the gray rock method. When interacting with narcissists' flying monkeys, gray rocking means becoming unresponsive and emotionally distant, like a rock. This can help make the narcissist's flying monkey lose interest in you and stop abusing you. Number 3. Set your social media profiles to private and exercise extreme caution when accepting friend requests. This may sound too obsessive, but if you have worked so hard to escape from a narcissist's grasp, it is worth making an extra effort to protect yourself. By following these procedures, you may be assured that no personal information about you will be disclosed to the narcissist or his henchmen that you do not wish to disclose to the wider public. Number 4. Rise above may seem cliched and overused, yet it is an excellent term. Rather than retaliating or defending yourself, strive to be the best and most authentic version of yourself. If someone accuses you of doing awful things to the narc in question, simply convey that you wish well for the narc. This will perplex the monkeys and cause them to doubt the veracity of the information that they have been provided by the narc. Essentially, if you do not behave like the horrible person the narcissist has painted you out to be, the flying monkeys may most likely leave you alone. On the contrary, it might also rouse certain flying monkeys, particularly those who were acquainted with you prior to the narcissist, from their trance-like state and help them recollect who you genuinely are, instead of trusting the false image that the narcissist has created of you. Many a times, people close to you may attempt to persuade you that a certain action is in your best interest, when in reality it serves their or the narcissist's own interest. This is especially common in family settings where the narcissist is a parent, who can easily poison siblings and extended family members against you by portraying you as the villain and themselves as the victim. Consequently, you may find yourself in a situation where your siblings, cousins, aunts, or even your other parent turn against you. If removing them from your life is not feasible or desirable, it is advisable to stay quiet and avoid falling for their manipulation tactics of fear, obligation, and guilt to coerce you into submission. One effective approach is to prompt them to explain their perspective and the rationale behind their statements. By going against you, they have allowed themselves to be easily influenced and be manipulated by the narcissistic abuser. After they express their views, you can highlight that they have formed their own opinions without seeking your input or hearing your side of the story, which renders their opinions as biased and flawed. Thus, this concludes the debate. Number 5. Build a support group around yourself. Identify and consult with people you trust. These can include your family members, close friends, or your therapist. They can provide support and help validate the truth when you feel lost due to the narcissist's flying monkey's gaslighting. Do not be afraid to cut flying monkeys out of your life in order to protect your mental health and well-being and start healing from narcissistic abuse. Ignore the rumors, block those who are openly cruel and nasty to you, and move on with your life. I trust that the video provided you with clear insight into the tormenting and horrific pattern of abuse by a narcissist and their flying monkeys, and how dealing with the narcissist's minions can be a challenging and emotionally draining experience. I am sure, with this knowledge, you can take steps to safeguard and defend yourself. Remember that you have the right to stand up for yourself and protect your own interests, even if it means standing up to a narcissist and their enablers. It is important to remember that the behavior of the narcissist and their flying monkeys is not a reflection of your worth or value as a person. Stay true to yourself and your values, and focus on building healthy relationships with those who support and respect you. If you found this content helpful and informative, please show your support by liking, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. Be sure to click the bell icon to stay informed about my upcoming video, where I will expose the dysfunctional family dynamics of a narcissist. The family unit, or more appropriately, a family cult, that revolves around the narcissistic personality of one member whose demands are prioritized above all else, leading to a toxic and dysfunctional family dynamic. I express my gratitude to everyone for tuning in and watching. Let us help spread the awareness and lead healthier and fulfilling lives.